Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the Couch Crocheter, episode 115. I have one finished object. Hi, friends, and welcome back to the Couch Crocheter. Tonight I'm stopping up to share with you guys one finished object that I did finish while I was up camping and hanging out and Cole's tournament in or around Huntington this last weekend. So I started this project a little while ago. I was at home and I ran out of project and I forget what it is that I finished. It might have been the slippers. It might have been something else, but I finished something and I was like, oh, I'll just go into my tote that I have at home full of random yarn and see what I have in there. And I found 3 skeins and I only have 2 of my labels. The other one must be at home, of Premier Serenity Big Ombre. I'll go over the yarn specs with you. Each ball or each skein had 273 yards, 250 meters, 8.82 ounces or 250 grams. It is 100% acrylic, considered a bulky number 5. Recommended hook and needle size is going to be an L or 11 and 8 millimeter. Machine wash, gentle, tumble dry, low. It is made in Turkey. Here's what the label looks like. Excuse me, guys. Here's what the label looks like. So I had 3 of them, and all 3 of them were a different ombre effect of the color purple. And I don't even remember where I'd gotten these. I imagine a Michael's haul or something like that, or maybe AC Moore, one of those 2. I imagine this actually could have been the yarn fairy that I used to have at my job at the music school. They might have brought me these. I'm not sure where exactly they came from. But I had 3 different skeins, and they were all 3 different colors, and all 3 of them had a variation of the color purple. So I took one of them out and I attempted to make last month's slipper with it. And I did it and I hated it and it failed and it was too big and it just was not the right yarn. I thought I could make it work and alter the pattern a little bit, but it did not work whatsoever. So I already had that not in mind. I just knew that that one was already in there. And again, I don't think I have that one color. So then after I found that one, I was digging through and I found the other 2 that are also variegating matching purples. So one of the labels that I have, the color is lavender. The other label that I have, the color is orchid. So I'm going to insert a picture here of what it looks like on the floor because it's actually too big for the back of the couch. And then I'll go over the pattern with you. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's so big. Yes, yes it is. So when I was going through patterns, I don't know if I just chunked in. I don't know if I just typed in like chunky yarn patterns or I forget what brought me here. But I did find it from Lion Brand and it's called the Color Pop Super Scarf. The designer is 2 of Wands, which is kind of funny. Yeah, 2 of Wands. The Lion Brand yarn that they used, I believe, is Hue and Me. And it's supposed to be a scarf. It is not supposed to be as big this way as I made it. I made it to be a wrap. Because I, wanted to use up all 3 skeins. And I was supposed to stop at row 15, continue with color A, and slip stitch across the row. So let's count my stitches here. I started with this one. So 1, 2, wait, did they count that? No, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So originally, it was only supposed to be this wide. It called for 15 stitches, doesn't count the chain row, and the 15 rows. Doesn't count the chain row, and the last row is slip stitch. So if I count up, this is where it should end at 15 rows. So it's only supposed to be this big. Well, it wasn't big enough for one skein to do what I was supposed to. So then when I had all 3, because I was like, oh, I'll just make 2 of them. I'll make it the way it's supposed to be, and then I'll stop, and then I will pick back up and make another one, right? And then I'll have 2 scarves. No, I decided to make a wrap. What I am going to do, I think, is pin it right here somehow, because I like the way it wraps over both your shoulders. I don't know if you guys can tell or how this looks or how I'm looking. But yeah, I think I'm going to like do a button here or some kind of flower to pin it into, or if I'm going to take it. God, this is so warm and so yummy. I might just leave it as a wrap, because it feels like it's really nice just as it is, just as a wrap. Actually, I'm going to leave it the way it is. It feels so comfortable and so cozy and so squishy. Yeah, so here it is, guys. Oh, I still have my end to tuck in. Okay, so like I said, it's a line brand yarn, and I just decided to keep rolling with it. Now, let me tell you, in the picture, I don't know if this lady is really, really short or what, but in the picture with the fringe, it goes almost down to like the middle of her shins. And I did the same chain count as they asked, and mine's not that long. Like I said, I don't know if this lady in this wonderful photo is kind of on the short side or what, but let me see here. It's about there. And then she wraps it once. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know. It looks definitely shorter in mine than it does in the picture. Now, granted, she adds fringe, but I feel like I just subtracted the fringe from what the actual length is. And I followed, did I read that right? Yeah, chain 140. I used the same recommended needle. The needle that I chose was an N or a 10 millimeter. This caused for a 11 or an 8 millimeter. So I did use a bigger needle than what the yarn calls for, but I did use the correct needle for the pattern. Yeah, mine's not that long. I don't know where I went wrong, but mine is not that long. But I'm loving it anyway. I absolutely love it. And I love that I started with the lighter purple, I feel, and went down to like a medium purple, and then ended down here with the darker purple and the grays. I love it. So guys, that's the only thing I worked on while I was there. You know, we did have 3 baseball games of Kohl's, and they were really, really hot. Now, I am grateful that it was kind of in the mountains. It was in Newtown. Newtown, I believe, is where the tournaments were. And we stayed right off of, well, it's about 15 minutes from Raystown Lake in a private grounds on one of our family's property. Actually, it's Cole's grandparents' property. So we stayed there with them, and we all hung out, and there was fireworks, and there was a little fair going on, and I got the best pizza, and they had this best ice cream. It was so good. What flavor did I get? Oh, New York style cheesecake. And then Honey had gotten black raspberry. And we switched like both, like half and half. So I had like black raspberry New York style cheesecake, which is amazing. And then the second night, no, first night I didn't have any ice cream. I just tasted his. And the second night we swapped ice creams. Like I took half of his serving, he took half of mine. We put it in another bowl. And, you know, we shared half and half. It was an awesome time. This park was so cute and so quaint. And honest to gosh, if you didn't know it was there, you would just pass right by it. You would just pass right by it. It's a very small, intricate loop with most of their family up there in the sites. So it was literally like one big family reunion for their family. I got to meet them all. They are amazing people. I had such a good time. Very hospitable. We had great dinners. Yeah, and I just went to the baseball game and chilled and watched people go by. And it was fine. It was awesome. I can't wait to do it again, actually. I think they're going to invite us up maybe next year, or if they have something else going up the season, I wouldn't mind going up there again. It was so relaxing and so peaceful and so calming. But guys, that is all that I've worked on. I still have a couple of other things that well, actually one other thing that I started just recently. That'll be my next video. Then I have another unfinished object that I haven't touched since I started it, which is the Neck Best Thing wrap that I'm working on in the block stitch. And it's taking forever, and I think I'm just going to accept that it's a slow work and that it will be done eventually. Guys, I'll leave the link down below for the Lion Brand pattern that I got. Again, it's called Color Pop Super Scarf. And I'm not sure why hers looks like it is so long in this picture. And I did everything I was supposed to. Alrighty, guys. I'm not going to do my reading today. I just want to sit back with Honey over here and relax for a little bit. Thank you so much for stopping by. Be safe and stay groovy. Bye.